Hey everybody, welcome back to HeatMyShorts. I hope you've been having a good day today. I've been meaning to do this video for like probably a month or so, to be honest. My friend Jay of Jay's Hot Sauce wanted me to make a video and answer just a couple questions about tincture, pepper tincture specifically. Now, I didn't do research into this, to be completely honest with you. I kind of thought about it, but I decided to just answer these questions with the best to the best of my knowledge. That's the words I'm looking for there. So, question number 1, what is pepper tincture? So I do have some notes here. I don't have the memory to have premeditated this and tuck it away in the brain. So I'm going to be reading off of my notes here. Pepper tincture is pepper powder soaked in high-proof alcohol for various periods of time and then strained through filters of various types. Sometimes flavored along the way with pretty much anything you can think of, as long as it doesn't spoil, I guess. People are experimenting with it all the time. It's pretty awesome. Pepper tinctures are sort of the next step after hot sauces, hot peppers, and hot pepper powders. If you're looking for the next hotter thing, if you've tried all the hot sauces at your hot sauce store and you want something hotter, something a little bit more spice efficient, I would say pepper tincture is probably the next step. It's very spicy, in the millions of Scovilles, like super hot. It burns sensitive skin if you get it on in between your fingers or on your face, on your lips. Sensitive skin, it will burn and it'll stay there for, like, I want to say days, honestly. Like, sometimes I've even had tincture in a glass of water and the next day I can still feel burning on my lips the next day. So that kind of leads me into the next question. What do people do with hot pepper tinctures? You can pretty much add a burn, a heat to pretty much any food or drink that you'd like, or straight up just by itself, pepper flavor and whatever they've flavored it with. You can flavor coffee, tea, even just a glass of water from the tap, or flavored sparkling water. You can put it in your oatmeal, you can put it in your porridge, you can put it on toast. I put it on toast all the time, on crackers, bagels, on chips. Put a few drops on each chip if your chips aren't spicy enough. Cheesies. I said chips, I didn't say crisps. I try to make a point of that, because chips in Europe, England, some areas over there, chips are French fries, which you could also put tincture on. Honestly, pretty much anything. Desserts, ice cream, you can totally put it on ice cream. You can put it in your soups. You can honestly put it on pretty much anything. Like, there's nothing you can't put it on, and there's kind of a tincture for everything. You know what I mean? There's different flavored ones that pair it well with other things. So, also, you can add it to a hot sauce. If you get a hot sauce and it's delicious, but it's not hot enough, you want something a little spicier or a lot spicier, add the appropriate amount of tincture. Add a few drops. Add a whole Robbie dropper, which is when you load up the entire glass portion, the entire dropper, not just this glass part, but this squeezer part too. I'm not going to do one because then I'll just be tempted to consume a Robbie, and I haven't done that in ages, so I'm not going to do that. I will actually. I have a few tinctures here. I'm gonna do a drop of tincture just so you can see the reaction. Here I have Late for Work's Oogie's Boys. This is blue raspberry flavored pepper tincture. Sorry, blue raspberry cake batter flavored pepper tincture. So you want to give your tinctures a shake before you consume them, because sometimes you'll notice that there's bubbles of capsaicin oil floating around at the bottom, and you definitely want to get those mixed in there. So I'm not going to do this whole, should I? Yeah, I'm just going to do this a whole amount actually. This is just a squeeze, a light squeeze even. This is Oogie's Boys, blue raspberry and cake batter pepper tincture. I don't remember what peppers are in it. Let's try this out, and then I'll talk some more. That's an absolutely delicious flavored tincture. Late for Work makes some excellent tinctures. I believe there's only one tincture maybe for sale on lateforworkyoutube.com, but that's a delicious. It tastes like cake, and it has a spicy pepper flavor to it. So that was my next point. Drops, that's another way to consume it. Straight out of the dropper, straight out of the bottle. But they're pretty spicy to do it that way. Start with just one drop if you're just getting into tinctures. You can also use it for tolerance building, to keep your spice tolerance up if you're constantly doing this sort of thing and you want to keep your tolerance up there. That's a great way. Also, training for challenges. If you have challenges coming up, spice challenges that is, of course, do tincture every day. It's not the same thing exactly. Every type of spice kind of hits a little bit differently, but it helps. Every type of spice you consume, that'll help. Never for pranks. Never ever use pepper tincture for pranks. It's not funny. I don't think you can actually physically injure someone with it, but if they didn't know what was going on, you would absolutely make somebody panic, and it would be a trip to the hospital, and it would not be fun. And it's not cool. It's not funny, and it's not cool to do that. Pepper tincture is never for pranks. Never. So, I have a couple other ones here, which I'm not going to do a full squeeze of. Not a squeeze. That's what I call it, a full squeeze. If I'm doing a review of tincture, I just give it a squeeze, and that's what I do. So here's the one I just did. This is Late for Work's Oogie's Boys. You can see how nice and clear it is. It's nice and crisp clear. It's not murky in there. It's just like a greenish water almost. Then here I have from the Spicy Teacher. This is the yellow super hot tincture, and then you can actually see me in the background. This is a very clear tincture as well. Another excellent tincture. This one is unflavored. This is just made using yellow, I think all super hot peppers. And then here I have the Silencer from Puckerbutt Pepper Company. Now you can see this one is very dark. It's not murky necessarily, but it's just very dark brown, almost a black color. So I'm going to do a drop of this one to show you the difference in reaction. I consume this stuff almost every day, pretty much every day, so I don't show a very strong reaction. I actually have done a lot of challenges, and I consume a lot of spicy food every day, pretty much every day. So I'm just gonna I just bumped one of the TIE fighters hanging from the ceiling there, Lego ones. I'm gonna do some of the Spicy Teacher's yellow super hot tincture. This stuff is great too. HeatMyShorts. Yeah, see, that one's just pepper, but it's that yellow pepper flavor with super hot pepper. Hard to describe. The super hot flavor is kind of bitter, tart, floral almost kind of a thing. But the yellow is super hot. Yellow peppers typically are a little bit more juicy tasting, a little bit more fruity, a little more tropical tasting. I don't know. That one, that tincture, I'd say is substantially hotter than Oogie's Boys. You can get that from the Spicy Tincture. I'll leave links for these down below so you can get a hold of some of these. I'll leave a whole bunch of tincture links down below. And I'll definitely leave a link to Jay's hot sauce on Facebook as well. So that one definitely brought my heat level up. I'm contemplating whether I should do a drop of the silencer as well. I guess I kind of should. This is an 11-minute video now, but I don't know. Just a drop, right? Just kind of giving it a moment. Maybe we'll have our Maggie hangout right now. That's a mandatory thing on this channel, is we have to have a Maggie hangout on every video. If you're new here, that's why I'm saying this. It's a different type of a video, and you never know who might be watching on these types of videos, because I feel like a lot of people wonder about pepper tincture. Maggie knows all about it, right? See, it's kind of burning the throat now. Well, not kind of. It's burning the throat pretty intensely now. It was the entire mouth before, but now it's going for the throat as well, quite intensely. What a good dog. So you can see the difference in the reaction. I look quite a bit different than when we started this video. I've got quite a bit more sweat going on. I enjoy that. I really enjoy that aspect of burning. I don't know. Cleanse the body of toxins. Sweat it out, right? They say it's good for you. That's another thing. It does not cause ulcers. But if you have an ulcer developing or present, dormant, it'll let you know if you consume a lot of this type of spice. You'll find out. It's a detector, not a cause of ulcers. It's packed full of vitamins. There's in a hot pepper, there's more. I think there's more, about 4 times the amount of vitamin C of a Florida orange. I think that's what they say. You don't damage your insides. You don't burn your taste buds off. You might kind of upset your taste buds for an evening, but you're not going to actually burn your taste buds off. If anything, you actually refine your taste buds, refine your palate. You can taste more as you increase your tolerance. I can taste different flavors and notes in peppers now that I couldn't taste a couple of years ago, a few years ago, for sure. I will absolutely attest to that. So let's do a drop of this one, the silencer. I'm talking too much. Get it? So you can see when I flip it around how it's a little bit murky. I mean, not bad, but a little bit. Just a little bit. This is from Pucker Butt Pepper Company. I believe this is made using Carolina Reapers, but I don't know. It's hot. This is a very hot one. Oh, I'm nervous. I'll be honest, I'm nervous. I don't usually do 3 drops, 3 helpings of tincture. That's just so much, right? It's not. Let's try this out. This is the silencer from Pucker Butt Pepper Company. Quite smooth, really. but a less friendly of a pepper, a less inviting of a pepper flavor on that one. Not quite as clean of a burn, and I use this expression and I don't really even know how to describe what I mean by a clean burn, but it just has a less clean mouthfeel. It kind of has a more earthy taste to it. It has a more sinister punch of a burn to it, although it's not necessarily hotter. I would maybe say that the yellow super hot tincture is hotter than the silencer. Maybe? It's tough to say. But I should say, actually, I didn't even think about this when I brought this out. This isn't actually a tincture. This is a pepper oil. And I don't really even know what that means as opposed to a pepper tincture. So I want to point that out. I just noticed that. I just remembered that this isn't actually technically a tincture. Although I think it is. I think anything that's an extract like that is a tincture. See, I'm a beginner too. I'm learning. I've only been consuming tincture for 2.5, 3 years. I'm not sure. However long I've been doing this channel, actually. There's a lot. My first drop of tincture is documented on this channel from quite, a couple years ago. And there's a lot of tincture videos in between there. A lot of good stuff to check out. A lot of good entertainment for sure. Some pretty strong reactions and some pretty mellow reactions too, I gotta say. But anyways, I'm not here to toot my own horn. I'm here to talk about tincture. And I think we've accomplished that. I got a good burn on, had a good chat with all of you, had a good little hangout with Maggie, and hopefully you learned something. If not, leave a question down below. If you have something to add, a correction or anything, a discussion about tincture, leave it in the comments down below. Let's get a discussion going. Let's teach people about tinctures. Let's learn about tinctures. I think that's a great way to use this channel. Spread knowledge and absorb knowledge. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thank you very much, Jay, for the support and the motivation and the idea for this video. I really appreciate it, and I'm sorry that it took so long for me to get to it. I feel bad about that, but I'm glad that I finally got it taken care of. It feels good. So anyways, in this corner you'll see our HeatMyShorts logo. In this corner you'll see Jay's Hot Sauce on Facebook. Hop over there and shoot him a message about some of his hot sauces, maybe even some tinctures. Up here, some content for you to enjoy. Have a great day or night, everyone. I love you all, and we'll hang out again soon, I promise. It's been HeatMyShorts with Maggie and Steve. The Maggie Show. Bye-bye.